Steve Carter, your host for EFT Tapping Junction. I'll also be sharing this episode in Energy Healing for Well-Being. Some of the information that I'll share in this episode is time-sensitive because it relates to an upcoming tapping event called the 24 Hours of Tapping. This event is hosted by longtime EFT practitioner Gene Monteroselli. The event itself is free, but it is also a fundraiser for the Peaceful Heart Network, which is an organization I've worked with for many years that's dedicated to helping bring emotional peace, emotional well-being to hundreds of thousands of people worldwide. Incidentally, if you would like to become a certified practitioner through their organization, you'll be certified in what is called trauma tapping technique. It's a very, very affordable way to earn certification. Find details on their website at peacefulheart.se. peacefulheart.se. You'll find their website linked in the show notes. Here again, the event is free. The recordings of the event that will be shared with those who register, those recordings are free. Whether you choose to support the Peaceful Heart Network is a decision that you can make. In addition to the conversation about the 24 Hours of Tapping event and why I believe it will be valuable for you to participate, I'll also be sharing a replay of the second EFT Tapping Junction episode released on May 7th, 2019. That episode title, How Tapping for Stress First Creates Better EFT Treatment Results. That episode has had thousands of downloads. It's unusual to have episodes that are 7 years old to be downloaded at all. This episode gets downloads every month and has done so over these past 7 years. There are massive benefits when you tap for stress before you actually tap on any presenting issues. And that's the case whether you're working with yourself only or with a client. You'll learn all the details as to why and the how in that shared episode. Let's turn our attention to the 24 Hours of Tapping event. The website for this event, well, that will be found in the show notes. So what is the 24 Hours of Tapping program and why should you care? The dates on this, July 10, 11, and 12. In previous years, Gene did this straight through in 24 hours. He's now spreading this over 3 days. From Gene's website, join us on July 10th, 11th, and 12th, 2026 for 24 hours of free tapping and training. 24 Hours of Tapping is a live stream event that happens every year in July, which brings together some of the brightest minds in healing and transformation from all over the world. The event is a fundraiser for the inspiring work of the Peaceful Heart Network. Sign up to receive all the information about the replays of the event and to learn more about the amazing work the Peaceful Heart Network is doing around the world. There are more than 20 presenters for this event. Many of the presenters I've worked with and or know personally. Presenters include Brad Yates. From his bio here on the site, Brad Yates is known internationally for his creative and often humorous use of emotional freedom techniques, EFT, also known as tapping. Brad is the author of the best-selling children's book, The Wizard's Wish, the co-author of the bestseller Freedom at Your Fingertips, and a frequent expert in the film The Tapping Solution. Continuing on, Brad has been a presenter during multiple events, and that includes Jack Canfield's Breakthrough to Success. He's done teleseminars with the Secret Stars, Bob Dole and Dr. Joe Vitale. He's been heard internationally on a number of internet radio talk shows Brad has over 1,200 videos on YouTube that have been viewed over 54 million times. Another internationally known presenter, Carol Look. Carol is a psychotherapist. She's a founding EFT master under Gary Craig, the creator of Emotional Freedom Techniques. She's been a recognized leader in the EFT community for more than 25 years. We have psychologist David Feinstein. David is the husband of Donna Eden. He has been a major influence in energy psychology research in general and EFT in particular. Dr. Dawson Church is a presenter. Dawson is a prolific author, researcher, and publisher in the energy medicine/energy psychology world. Psychologist Dr. Kristen Miller is presenting Emotional First Aid, Presence, Connection, and Attunement. Kristen and I have worked together for many years as volunteers for the nonprofit FREA, which is short for Finding Recovery and Empowerment from Abuse. The FREA website, by the way, is a wonderful resource. You'll find that at FREA.support. FREA.support. Dr. Petta Stapleton is a presenter. She's a world-renowned professor, researcher, and author. Petta and David Feinstein are arguably the leading energy psychology researchers in the world. Steve Wells is a presenter. Steve appeared frequently in the video trainings that were done by Gary Craig in the early 2000s. Carol Look was also a prominent part of Gary's training work as well. This is truly an all-star lineup, and you have the opportunity to learn from these and other world-renowned presenters absolutely free of charge. Gene's website is 24hoursoftapping.com, and that is the number 24hoursoftapping.com. That URL will take you to the information page where you can learn more and register. The good news here, you don't have to listen to all of the presentations as they air. When you register, Gene will be sharing the replay links over the coming days and weeks. Speaking of replay links, you can listen to all of the previous episodes of EFT Tapping Junction, Energy Healing for Well-Being, and an array of other podcasts focused on emotional and physical well-being. You'll find all of that goodness on our website at stressreliefradio.com. If you would like to be in touch, email me at cartermethod@gmail.com. Let's now join the episode from EFT Tapping Junction, How Tapping for Stress First Creates Better EFT Treatment Results. In this episode of EFT Tapping Junction, you are going to discover why it's vital to de-stress yourself, and if you're working with a client, to de-stress your client as well before diving into the presenting issue. You are also going to learn a simple 3-step process to do exactly that every time. Stephen Carter here, and I am your host for the EFT Tapping Junction podcast. I am the CEO of Stress Solutions, LLC. I'm an EFT trainer and master practitioner. EFT is short for Emotional Freedom Techniques. In addition to EFT certifications, I hold an array of certifications in other energy psychology and related methods. You can learn more about my background, my work at our website, www.eft-md.com. Who is this show for? Whether you are just getting started with tapping or you're a long-time practitioner, you're going to discover insight, skills, and new techniques to enhance your tapping success. In many of our episodes, I'm going to highlight actual cases. I'll share how we identified the real underlying issue and what tapping protocol we use to resolve that issue and to create a positive, joyful outcome. You and I will then tap through that protocol so you can experience what are called borrowed benefits, even if your issue is different. We'll also have conversations with tapping and energy psychology professionals who are having a huge difference in the lives of their clients, and we'll have them share their favorite techniques. Let's talk about why and how to de-stress yourself, and if you are working with clients, why and how to start your session with a simple and effective de-stressing process. Whether you're working alone or with a client, there is always a level of resistance to getting into those unsettling thoughts, the emotions, the sensations that come along with a given issue. If you're working with a client, he or she is unsure of what to expect. They're unsure how they will feel during the session. That's the case even if you've worked with a client once before or many times before. Each session is unique. Beginning your session with a short de-stressing process is a non-threatening way to get your session rolling and experience an immediate relaxation response. The de-stressing process itself can stand alone as a worthy emotional and physical health enhancing action. If your goal is to resolve an emotional or physical issue, you already have made progress on that issue, even though you have never once mentioned the issue during the de-stressing phase. There are multiple ways to de-stress. Here is a simple and effective 3-step process I use with myself and with clients every day. Please remember the steps and actions I'm sharing are for information purposes only. I am not diagnosing or treating any medical or psychological condition. If you choose to apply the information in this podcast, you agree to take full, complete, and sole responsibility for your own medical, psychological, or emotional well-being. Please see your licensed medical doctor for any and all issues of concern. If you're driving or you're engaged in other activity that requires your full attention, please participate in this tapping process at a later time when it's safe for you. With that out of the way, if you are keen to learn more, here we go. Step 1 is to sit or stand comfortably. You're not looking to sit or stand in a military posture. You want to sit or stand comfortably. Good posture, yes. Ramrod stiff as in a military posture, no. Scan your body, head to toe. Notice any areas of tension and relax those areas. Get a sense of your overall stress level. Is your stress level low? Is it medium? Is it high? If you know how to use the SUD scale or subjective unit of distress or the SU scale, subjective unit of experience, go ahead and assign a number from that scale. If you're not familiar with either of those scales, simply notice whether your stress level is low, medium, or high. We'll explore how to use the SUD scale and the SU scale in an upcoming episode, so for right now, simply assess whether your stress level is low, medium, or high. In step 2, allow yourself to take 3 comfortable, loving breaths. Breathe comfortably. Now yawn, sigh, and stretch. Go ahead and yawn, sigh, and stretch, even if you don't feel like you need to do any of those. Repeat the yawn, sigh, and stretch 3 times, 4 times. Don't be surprised if you find yourself yawning with no conscious intention after a couple of conscious yawns, sighs, and stretches. This step alone will typically lower your stress level. In just a few seconds, we've already relaxed the body, we've calmed the brain, including the prefrontal cortex, that area of the brain responsible for executive functions to include conscious thinking. We know the positive effects of this simple yawn, sigh, and stretch action. We know it based on fMRI studies. In step 3, we simply tap through an easy stress release protocol. If you do not know the tapping points, I encourage you to go to our website, EFT-MD.com, select the menu option for videos, and scroll down to the video by Gary Craig, the creator of EFT, where he shares the basic EFT protocol he originally developed. The name of that video is the EFT Basic Recipe by founder Gary Craig. Returning to this tapping session for stress, our setup statement couldn't be easier. As you tap the karate chop point, say, stress. I choose to release and let it all go. Tap and repeat this simple, straightforward setup statement 3 times. After the 3rd time, keep the tapping fingers in contact with the karate chop point and allow a slow, easy, loving breath. Allow the out-breath to be just a couple of seconds longer than the in-breath. As you inhale, inhale through the nasal passages and exhale through pursed lips as if you were blowing out of a straw. Now move to the eyebrow point. As you mindfully tap the eyebrow point, use the reminder phrase, let it all go. Keep the tapping fingers in contact with the eyebrow point and allow a slow, easy, loving breath. Allow the out-breath again to be a couple of seconds longer than the in-breath. Move through the remaining tapping points. Repeat the reminder phrase as you tap, and then hold and breathe in and slowly breathe out. To finish, place your hands over your heart. Right hand over left or left hand over right is equally fine. Allow 3 loving breaths, and on the final out-breath, say in a loving voice, release and peace. If this is simply a session to de-stress, you're ready now to successfully navigate whatever is next in your day or in your evening. Let's go through the full process. We'll start with the yawn, sigh, and stretch, and then we'll tap to release stress. For tapping, we're using the karate chop point, the eyebrow point, the side of the eye point, under the eye point, under nose point, under lip point, and the collarbone point. And on the collarbone point, feel free to tap shoulder to shoulder, up and down the sternum in addition to the collarbone. And we'll end with the crown top of head point. We won't use the underarm point or the finger points for this process. If you're driving or you're engaged in other activity that requires your full attention, please participate in this tapping process at a later time when it's safe for you. So sit or stand comfortably, settle in, scan your body. Notice any areas of stress or tension, and you may choose to tighten and then release those areas. Let those areas relax. Assess your overall sense of stress. Is it low, medium, or high? If you know how to use the SUD scale or the SU scale, go ahead and identify your stress level using one of those scales. Now let's yawn, sigh, and stretch. Yawn, sigh, stretch. One more time. Yawn, sigh, and stretch. Good. Smile and notice you're already feeling more relaxed. We'll go through the tapping protocol one time, but I suggest when doing this for yourself to go through it twice. Begin by tapping on the karate chop point and saying, preferably out loud, stress. I choose to release and let it all go. Stress. I choose to release and let it all go. Stress. I choose to release and let it all go. As you tap the karate chop point, now hold and breathe. Exhale through slightly pursed lips. Good. Go to the eyebrow point. Repeat the reminder phrase, let it all go. Let it all go. Hold, breathe in, and a loving, slow out-breath. Good. Side of the eye. Let it all go. Tap and hold. In-breath and a loving out-breath. Slowly breathe out. Let it all go. Under eye. Let it all go. As you're tapping, say, let it all go. Hold, loving in-breath. Hold and exhale slowly with a loving out-breath. And repeat, let it all go. Under the nose, let it all go. Hold, in-breath. And loving out-breath. Let it all go. Under the lip. Let it all go. Any and all stress, let it all go. I choose to let it all go. Hold, breathe, exhale, let it all go. Collarbone point. If you don't know where that is, simply tap shoulder to shoulder and up and down the sternum. Hold, let it all go. Breathe out, let it all go. We skip the underarm point and the finger points. Go to the crown point, which is the top of the head, and tap there. Smile and say, let it all go. Make this just a matter of fact. You're letting it all go. Hold, breathe, exhale, let it all go. Place hands to heart, right over left, left over right, either is fine. Take a loving breath, and on the exhalation, say release and peace as you smile. Now, one more yawn, sigh, and stretch. Good. Look around the room or the area where you are. Now check your stress level. Notice how your stress level is much lower. Notice how much calmer and relaxed you're feeling. I encourage you to use this 3-step de-stressing process at least twice a day and before every tapping session where you are working on an emotional or physical issue for yourself or with others using EFT or other methods. Thank you for joining me for this episode. You'll find us at www.eft-md.com. I would love to hear how this 3-step de-stressing process worked for you. Let me know at cartermethod@gmail.com. Coming up, you're going to learn about a tapping method I absolutely love called positive EFT. Positive EFT will open your heart, your mind, your body to a rich, positive energy world unavailable with classic EFT. You're going to hear from professional practitioners who are truly working magic with their clients. You're going to learn how to apply simple tapping protocols, easy to remember, and you can do anywhere. All of this and so much more are in episodes ahead. Please subscribe. It's free to subscribe. Subscribe where you normally get your podcasts. We'll have a way for you to subscribe on our website at eft-md.com. I don't want you to miss a single episode, and I promise to pack loads and loads of value into each of these episodes. Until our next episode, this is your host, Stephen Carter, asking you to create joyful living and loving success, one tap at a time.